Good morning, scholars. Today we're going to work on the third page of our first lesson, which was all about short vowels, H-brother digraphs, nasals, and consonant blends. Short vowels, you're really good with those already. A, I, a. Blends, we blend words together. Blends actually has a blend in it, so that's pretty cool. And digraph has a digraph in it. PH, even though they don't use it, is a digraph. It makes the sound of F. Digraph. Blend. So if you forget what a blend is, you can look at the word blend. I'm just going to show you how that looks. You can look at the word blend and see that there's a blend in it. The B and L blend together to make a sound that is blended together, but we can break them apart when we break it down. B, L, so you can break them apart. Digraph has a digraph in it right here at the end. PH digraph. They didn't include it in our lesson, but the PH is 2 letters, makes the sound of F, digraph. So 2 letters, 1 sound. Blend, B, L, has a blend in it. So some ways to help us remember what they are if we forget. All right, so we're on the third page of working with our digraphs, nosy nasals, our blends, and our short vowels. Remember that our nosy nasals are made through the nasal passage, right? So, Say those nosy nasals with me. So, for N, for M, and for NG. All right, let's look and see what we have to do today. Consonant blends spell more than, one sound. I'll put a 1 up there. So no, spell more than 1 sound. Make my ear, I'm annotating. Make my ear above my sound. So consonant blends. I think this page is going to be, or the beginning at least, is about consonant blends. That's what I'm thinking. Consonant blends spell more than 1 sound, just like we said. Digraphs, 2 letters, 1 sound. Blends blend together, but you can break them apart to hear the sounds. So let's see what it says. A consonant blend is different from a digraph. A consonant blend spells 2 or more sounds. I'm going to circle that. So consonant blend, let's circle that. We're annotating. That's important. Consonant blend spells 2, you can put a 2, or more sounds. Dr equals D plus Anytime you see a letter with the slashes around it, that means say the sound. So equals dr. A digraph spells only 1 sound, so I'm going to circle that. We already did this once, but this is important. Digraph spells only 1 sound. 1 sound. Sh equals sh. See the difference? Hear the difference? I hope you do. So here are our directions. Let's make sure we understand what they're telling us to do. Find the words that have an sound in the blend, not an R sound, because we have our slashes next to them. So find the words that have an sound in the blend. All right, so we're looking for blends. We have our sound. And then we're going to write them below. So here are our words. Let's read our words. They usually go across. I'm used to going up and down, but in this book they tend to go across. So we're going to try and follow their pattern. So let's read our words, and then we're going to write the ones down. But let's read them all first and get our brain ready. You ready? Say them with me. Strong, twist, chunk, drink, grasp, fresh, crisp, stomp, thump, branch, shred, splash, chomp, whiz, strength, print, trunk, and whip. They almost got me again. I almost said truck, but it's trunk. Okay, I hope you've been practicing reading over your words. You should practice reading them every day. All right, so we're looking for our blend sound. So if I look here at this first word, strong, first of all, look and see if it has an R in it. It does. So is that part of the blend? Str. They blend together, make two or more sounds. And strong is one of our R blends. So we're going to write this word right here. Okay, remember when we write our words, we feed our brain 4 ways. See it, say it, hear it, write it. So you need to say it, you need to hear it, you need to look at it, and you need to write it. All right, strong. Let's do it. S-T-R-O-N-G. Perfect. Did you notice when I was writing that I started all my letters at the top? Remember, when we're printing, all of our letters start at the top. If you're looking at your printing and you're saying, boy, I need to practice this, the easiest thing to do is see if you're making them from the top. And if you're making your letters from the bottom, they tend to get sloppy and unlegible, so you can't see what they are. So make sure you're starting your letters at the top. Make your T tall because it's a tall letter. Make your G go down into the basement. It's a rule breaker, so it goes below that line. Don't make your G like this. Don't make your G up here dancing. G's aren't tall letters. That is incorrect. G's are a rule breaker. So you make them on the line. It goes into the basement. Some people call that. All right, I use that word. Checking it off. So I'm going to go across, and I see that twist does not have any R's in it. If you want to, you can just put X across it. No R. Chunk. Does it have any R in it? No. So it's not going to work. How about drink? Ah, there's an R, and it's a blend. Drink. Just like it said up here. DR equals D plus ER. So I'm going to write drink right here. All right, we're going to see it, say it, hear it, write it. We're going to feed our brain 4 ways. No rule breakers, but 2 tall letters. So I'm going to make sure my D and my K are tall. Start at the top. You ready to feed your brain? D, R, I, N, and K is tall, so I'm going to make them tall. K, drink. And I can look and make sure I'm spelling them correctly. D-R-I-N-K. Excellent. So I used that one. Let's go to the next one. The word is grasp. Is there an R in it? Yes, there is. So that one's going to go down there too. We'll do this last one, and then you'll finish that up by yourself, okay? So let's say the word again. Grasp. Feed our brain. See it, say it, hear it, write it. 4 ways. Feed your brain 4 ways. Ingrain it in your brain. Ooh, and look at this. It's got 2 rule breakers, a G and a P. So they're going to break that bottom line. They're going to go through it. Let's begin with our G. G, it's a rule breaker. So it goes down in the bottom. R, oh, I hear that short A. Grasp. Ends in a P, and P is a rule breaker. So it's going to go down below the line, just like that. Then you're going to go through, look for R's, say the word, write them on the line. It's easier if you're going left to right when we correct them, because then they'll be in order that the answer book is in. All right? So we want to make sure we're trying to stay organized. Help us out. Help our brain stay organized too. All right, so we're good with this. Let's look and see what we've got to do in the middle section. Check it out. Ooh, look, it's got an exclamation point. So when we read it, we should go, check it out. That's exciting. This pattern word from your list has 6 speech sounds. S, t, r, e, n, f. Ooh, strength is a cool word. Look, it's got a blend, a vowel, a nosy nasal, and a digraph. So it's got 6 sounds. Okay, I can write 6 sounds. I could put an ear. Now this tells me what to do. We'll kind of do this one together, okay? Just easier to go through it together. First it says underline the vowel. So in my directions I'm going to underline the vowel. Okay, the vowel is E. So we're going to underline it. What's the next thing? I did that. Box the digraph. So let's box the digraph. Box the digraph. Stir, that's not a digraph, that's a blend. Ooh, TH. So I'm going to draw a box around the digraph. I did that. Check it off. Circle, circle, telling us what to do. And we let our brain know, telling our brain that we're going to make a circle. So we see it, we do it, the brain goes, ooh, circle. Circle the nasal. I draw a nose. The nasal. It's made through the nasal passages. There were 3 of them. N, m, n. I see an N, but I also see a G. If I'm not sure, guess what? I can go back in my book and look right here. NG is a nasal sound, so I know that I'm going to circle NG. Use your resources. Mrs. Brown, your mom, your dad, your grandma, they didn't tear those pages out and throw them away. They didn't glue them shut so you can't go back and use them. They're right there. Use your reference material. Go back and take a look. All right? So we did that. We've got one more thing we're going to do. Double underline. Ooh. First we have to know what double is. Do you know what double is? Ooh, you're right. Double means 2. So we're going to double underline. So I'm going to practice that right here. I'm going to draw 2 double underlines under the consonant blend. Str. There's my consonant blend. S-T-R. It's like a tri-blend. So 2 underlines. And I can check that off. So I did that. You're going to finish the top. And then it asks you, do you know which pattern word has an H-brother digraph blended with the R sound? Whoa, that's a lot. We gotta break this down. Which pattern word? So I know it's one of my words. And guess what? These are your pattern words right up here in this yellow box. We don't have to flip back to this page to find our pattern words. They're all right here. Most pages in our books have the pattern words on them. Every once in a while we have to flip, but most of the time they're on the page or on this page, the adjoining page. So I'm going to look up here at my pattern words and I'm going to see which pattern word that right up here has an H brother. Okay, so I got to look for an H brother. So the word's going to have an H in it. Blended with the sound. So blended with the sound. Okay, so I'm going to go up here and look for H's. No, there's an H. Ch, but there's no R. So it's not that word. No H. No H. Here's an H. Fresh. But it's the SH blended with the sound. It's in there. I'm going to put a question mark. I don't think that's right because it's not blended together with the sound. So let me see. Crisp, no H, no H. Here's an H, but no R. Here's an H, there's an R, but the CH isn't really blended with the R. So I don't think it's that, but I'm going to put a question mark. Shred, SH, there's a digraph. Sure. Ooh, there's an R. There's a H brother digraph. Is that blended with the sound? Sure. I think we found it. Yay! So our word is shred. So right down here, the pattern word, the H brother, blended with the sound. So I'm going to write it right here. Remember, when we write it, we feed our brain 4 ways. See it, say it, hear it, write it. So let's do that. Shred. S-H-R-E-D. There's my digraph. There's my R that blended together. Ed. Excellent. Good job. Then you're going to try and do the second one all on your own, which pattern words have 3, so you might want to make a 3 consonant sounds in the blend. That's important. And then you're going to think. This might be the hardest one we've done. You've got to think. So Tell your brain, okay brain, I gotta focus on this one. Focus on this. What have you learned about our language? So you're gonna reflect. What have you learned? What have you learned about our language? Complete the missing information with the number words 1 or 2. All right, so I've got to complete the missing information. Let's annotate. Complete missing information. Ooh, look at this. Words 1 or 2. So you're going to write 1 or you're going to write the word 2, not the numeral. You're going to write the word. All right, I'll read them and you can fill them in. A digraph is blank speech sounds spelled with blank letters. If you're not sure, you can go back and it tells you right here about digraphs. A digraph is one sound that is spelled with 2 letters. Or up here, a digraph spells 1 sound. So a digraph is blank speech sounds spelled with blank letters. So you've got to write either 1 or 2 on those lines. And the next one, you pause it if you're still working, pause my video. The next one is consonant blends have blank or more sounds spelled with blank letter for each sound. Oh, consonant blends. I think we talked about blends over here too, didn't we? Digraphs, nasals. Oh, blends is at the top. Here's where it talked about a consonant blend spells 2 or more sounds. So consonant blends have blank or more sounds spelled with blank letter for each sound. Try and answer that one too. And then we'll talk about it the next day. All right, till I see you again, go out, do great things.